So you were there at Making Records before PH went there.
Yeah, yeah. He probably came like the following year when I was there. It was probably the following year.
Now, Making Records was like a house that had like with the studio on the top roof or something like that, right?
How do you know
Because I do my research, man.
that?
How old were you when you met PH and like Poison Pen?
Maybe 22, 23. Yeah, about 22, 23, around that.
Did you meet them at the same time?
No, no. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember how I met Penn. Like, you ever just know somebody so long you just don't remember? Like they just was always there. Um,
Right.
Penn is like God. He's always with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like Penn is everywhere. Like, and everyone knows Penn. Yo, PH was like that too. These two niggas was the mayor, son. Everyone, yo, bro, if you didn't know these two guys, you're nobody. They gotta know you. They gotta know who you was. You know. Penn always been a super dope dude, bro. Super dope.
Yeah. I could tell the way that he carries himself. He real thorough like that. You know what I mean? He's definitely
Yeah, Penn,
somebody that you would be lucky. Anybody would be lucky to have a friend like that.
yeah, man. Penn is A1, bro. Like I don't have nothing, never ever bad to say about Poison Penn, bro. He always been the same dude. Always. Mhm. But PH, me and P, we you know met each other through just out and about, just and end up bumping into each other. And he actually didn't join Macon until later. I was on Macon before him. Because when I
Mm.
met them, yeah, my mom's moved up to Albany in like 93 and I stayed in the town. So um while I was down there, I end up moving up to Albany in 95. Ma Duke was like, yo, you got to go. I was 20 years old. She's like, you got to go. So I went back to the town. Um, get to the city. This is like 96. Now I knew my man Meepa, who's on the Natural Resource song Baseball. N- Natural Resource consisted of Ocean, Aggie, and What, who was Jean Grae. I knew Meepa, and Meepa introduced me to them. One day, I'm in the city. I'm on the A train. I'm on my way to Port Authority. I see Meepa. I see Jean Grae. I see this dude Jim Nice. Couple other niggas. Meepa introduces me to them. He lets them know I could rap because me and Meepa, we was a group called OBS. But we was in the streets though, right? I wasn't really worrying about rapping and rapidy rap type shit. Could rap, right? So they're like, yo, what you doing? Where you going? So I was on my way upstate because my sister had got into an altercation. So I was coming upstate to handle that shit. So one of the dudes that was on the train with them, he didn't believe me when I said I was gonna go up there and get busy. He was like, yo, what you gonna do? He's like, what? You got something in your book bag? What you got in your book bag? I said, yep. Unzipped my book bag, pulled the Mac out on the A train. Niggas was like, whoa, cool out, cool out. So I put it back. They was like, yo, if you serious about trying to get down with some rap shit for real, when you get back from Albany, come kick it with us. You know, we got a spot, 307 Clinton, between DeKalb and Lafayette. Got a little mini mansion, little record label called Makin Records, and it's out and you know, come through. So I was like, all right. Long story short, I end up going. When I got back, ain't never left, bro. I did the song, Shit Is Hot. The first day I was there, Gene put the beat on, and I start writing, and I go in the booth, and I start doing the Beavis and Butthead shit. They don't know that I'm about to do that, but I didn't do two separate tracks. I'm talking to myself. Hey, Beavis, what is it, dumbass? Remember when we went to the studio? And so I'm doing that, but I'm doing that to basically, if you notice, it's at the beginning of the record. I'm doing that to basically get my levels, so I know what I'm doing. Cause like I had been in the studio before, but not a lot, and I wanted to impress these niggas, so I'm gonna spit my verse, but I'm doing this Beavis and Butthead shit real quick because I'm trying to warm up a little bit. So after I do that little bit, I go into the verse. Yo, they was wilding when I came out the booth. They was like, yo, what the fuck was that? So then Jean wrote her verse, so she go in there, did her verse, and then that was it. I was a part of the crew from there. You know.
Got you. So you were there at Makin Records before PH went there.
Yeah. Yeah. He probably came like the following year when I was there. It was probably the following year.
Now, Makin Records was like a house that had like with the studio on the top roof or something like that, right?
How do you know that?
Because I do my research, man. and I'm telling you, like Mos Def, Talib Kweli, De La Soul, Sauce Money, tons of people came through there. Like it was crazy how many people came through.
The Makin Mansion is one of the greatest places on earth. I gotta light this up for the Makin Mansion. 307 Clinton between DeKalb and Lafayette. A lot of times I go back there when I'm back in the city, and I just go sit on the steps, you know, or whatever. Somebody else got it now, whatever. If I ever get rich, I'm buying that place. That place saved my life, bro. I told you what I was on my way doing. You know what I'm saying? I could have still been doing that. This shit gave me somewhere to be. There was a studio that was there. I was around talented people, bro. Everywhere you looked, there was talented people, bro. I had never been around so many talented people at the same time. And everybody was on the come up. You talking Mos Def. Bro, I used to stare at Mos Def. I know he probably was like, yo, this nigga's weird. But bro, I never saw somebody so dope. I'm from the street, bro. I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, how he walk, how he talk was dope. Everything was just dope, son. The nigga could just, hey, yo, son, pass me that cup. That shit was fire how you just said that. And I'm sitting there, look, yo, I soaked up so much from him. You so much game, so much how to tap into your natural charisma, how to just being around him. Jean too, because she's another one that her natural charisma. Those two are two of the most talented people I've ever met, bro. And I'm fortunate to have been around them. Word. They got more talent in their pinky. They got more talent in their pinky than most niggas got in their whole body, bro. Both of them.
Mos Def was almost like Drake before Drake because you heard unreleased records where he's singing on the entire record. That was fire.
Bro, I was in sessions. Where most I would just come in the crib and most would be in upstairs recording. Nobody can take my life away from me, 'cause I'm having a great day, great day, great day. Nobody can take it. Never came out. I still sing that shit to myself to this day, all these years. Fire. All he was doing was singing on the shit. He ain't spit one bar. Fire.
Yo, you ever heard the record he did for the Biker Boys soundtrack, California, and he's singing on the entire record?
It's fire.
When I first heard you talk about him singing, I was like, damn, he must have heard a bunch of records that was like this, that he just harmonized the entire time. Like, cause Mos is just incredibly talented.
Super dope, bro. Super dope. It don't make no sense how dope that boy is. You know, he probably got one of the greatest voices in hip hop.
Yeah. No doubt. For
Hands
sure,
down.
man.